Hi, this is Jacqueline with Nickel and Dime Decor. Thank you for joining me today, and we're going to make a bowl cozy. Now, I know bowl cozies are kind of old hat. They were popular a year or so ago. But this is all you're going to need. A 10-inch piece of fabric, 2 of them with different patterns, a 10-inch batting, and a 10-inch batting. On the back side, you're going to draw an X from corner to corner and sew. And I've already done that. And this one I finished for you so we wouldn't take the time to do both of them. Once you've got it sewed, you are going to fold your fabric together and pin. Then you're going to turn it over, and this is your folded side, and you're going to mark it. Got my little ruler, and you mark 2 inches on the long side with a marker. 2 inches on the long side and 1 inch on the short side. See if you can see that. 1 inch on the short side and 2 inches on the long side. Then you're going to draw a line to each one and make, it's kind of a triangle, but it really isn't, but I guess we'll call it a triangle. And you're going to sew. Grab your threads, because if you don't, you're asking for trouble. It's going to all ball up on you and gum up on you. So pull your threads back to the back. And where did it go? Okay, we're not going to do it because of time, but ordinarily you would tie these 2 pieces of thread, double knot them before you cut off your threads. But for the sake of time, we're not going to do that, but you do that. Okay, mark your other corner, 2 inches, and 1 inch on the short side. And connect the dots. And sew. Okay. Now, unpin. Remember I said this was for beginners, and it really is. It's very, very, very simple. Once you do it a couple of times, you'll have it down. Pin again at the top. Turn it over and mark these edges. 2 inches on the long and 1 on the short. Connect the dots. I looked on YouTube for a lot of videos, and this was the easiest way to make this. And I like it the best. I have a customer that wants 6 sets of these to a set, and she had never seen them. She didn't know they wasn't a new idea, so they'll still make wonderful Christmas gifts. If you want to make them. And there we have it. We have already got another side made, just like that. Now you want to trim what we just sewed, make them about 1/4 of an inch, because you want to get rid of all that bulk, because it won't look very pretty when you turn it. Okay, put this together, but you don't do that. You put right sides together. And pin. Just match up your corners. Now right here in the middle, you want to put one seam on one side and one seam going the other way. That reduces your bulk, because you got a lot going on right there. Takes just a minute to pin it. We're going to do about 1/4 of an inch seam, maybe a little bit more. So we be sure and catch everything. And of course, we got to leave an opening, because if you don't leave an opening, you can't turn it right side out. And the first time I made one of these, I only left this much opening, and I couldn't get my hand through there. It was the biggest mess, so we're going to leave this much opening. That way we can turn it, no problems, and then we'll sew it back up. Okay, we're ready to sew. Now you see, when I've sewed all the way around, when you, at your opening, be sure to go back and forth and back and forth, because you're going to be pulling on this, and you want a real good seam right here, or you're going to tear it up. So go back and forth and back and forth. Going to take out all of our pins, and we're going to turn. But first, I'm going to clip these corners. Get as close as you can. Just be careful so you get rid of that bulk when you turn the corners. Now we're going to turn. And you just have to work with it and pull and tug and get it where you need it. I thought I felt a pin. Okay, now you can either go and iron it. I'm not going to for the sake of time, but and if you've got a tool like this to poke out your corners, because you want to be sure and have your corners as poked out as you can, so it looks, whoops, see there, I pulled that loose. I didn't have it tight enough. I have to take care of that. Be sure not poke a hole through. I've done that before too. And then just go around and smooth it out. And like I say, I'd iron it. Take the time to iron it. And then we have one more little step and we're through. We're going to sew right on the edge. Got our corners fairly good. That one could be a little bit better, but I don't have the time to mess with it. I think I'm going to sew on this side. And we're just going to fold this under, match our seams and pin. And nobody will ever know that opening was there. Don't start at the corner. Start somewhere where, and you're just barely going to do maybe I'd call it 1/8 of an inch. When you get to your seam here, you want to stop and pivot and go around the edge. Pull your fabric underneath it to keep it straight and even. Of course, I'm using black thread. You want to match as closely as possible your thread. And there you be. That didn't take any time hardly at all. And we have the cutest little bowl cozy to put that bowl of hot chili or soup or whatever. And what's neat about it is if you want to turn it this way, you can use it 2 different ways. Hope you enjoyed making that with me. Come back and see me again. Bye.